Hi guys, this is Small Archangel and welcome to this episode of Layers of Fear. I hope that you enjoyed the last one. This is a bit of a departure from my usual style of game. I am not one for the jump scares and the creepiness, but you know, it's kind of got to be done. It's a bit of an experiment. We're doing it for a laugh. Well, I think it's going to be fun for you guys, hopefully, even if it isn't so great for me. So far we have come into this house. We are a not starving artist. Evidently this artist has had a certain amount of renown, and his wife was a celebrated musician as well. We don't know what's happened to his wife. They evidently had at least one child as well. He has a prosthetic leg, which is too short, which is why we kind of lurch around in a way that I hope doesn't give anybody motion sickness. And we've explored thus far in the house here. Now, the game doesn't really have a save system, so I've kind of had to go around the bits of the house that we've already done because it didn't really save. Whether it's supposed to automatically save or not, I'm not sure. Hopefully it will do in future. Hopefully it will save when we get a little bit further on because I don't want to have to do it all again. Yeah, if you've not seen the first episode, then perhaps check it out because that will tell you a little bit more about what's going on here, because at the moment I'm clueless. The guy obviously had a bit of a booze problem because there's bottles and broken bottles and spilled wine pretty much everywhere. He's got an interesting taste in art, but you might expect that from an artist. We've been in his study and we've picked up the key for his artist studio, I think, which is down the stairs and in the basement, which is a creepy old place. This mansion's quite big. We haven't been everywhere yet, and one of the places we have to go is this room through here, which looks like it's got blood splashed all over the floor and the door. However, it could be wine because we've seen quite a lot of broken bottles and spilled wine on the floor. He seems to have been a little bit, but that does kind of look quite gory, really, doesn't it? It's locked. Okay, we're not going there yet then. I have to admit I'm a little bit relieved to be backing away from there right now because that kind of confirms my suspicions. There's something freaky going on through there. Oi! A ball just fell out of that door. That's just bizarre. So this is obviously the kids' room. I've put the gamma up a smidge, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. There's all sorts of toys and stuff all over the stairs. This is obviously the kids' room. That is also locked. I'm guessing we're going to have to find keys as we go to unlock stuff, and we're going to unlock more of the memories of the artist as well, because at the moment we know very little about the artist, as well as that of his family. So this looks like a girl's room. There's a bit of pink, quite a lot of pink. There's some freaky ass shadows dancing about, but that's probably a mobile over a bed or something. Is it? I'm not sure what's making that weird old shadow. There's something outside the window, I guess. Some sort of plant. But that is quite freaky, isn't it? There is some sort of plant hanging outside the window. This is actually quite a nice little nursery, isn't it? With a rather spacious cot for one kid. So they may have had more than one, but this looks very much like a little princess's room. Look at the wonderful furniture with this little day bed, some titchy little chairs, and a little tea set and stuff. So this is the nursery. There's no sign of wife or child, and we know that the artist has come back from somewhere. We don't know where. I'm tempted to think he came back from prison because he was done for murdering his wife. But if he was done for murdering his wife and he did murder her, he's not going to have been let out to go home again now, is he? He would be in for life for that. So I'm guessing that's not it, but something horrible must have happened. It just must have. So here we go. They are some creepy dolls. Look at those things. They're enough to give you nightmares, those dolls. And this kid had to look at those. That's horrible. Okay, so I think we can look in here. Well, isn't that sweet? That's probably daddy, mummy, and daughter. So I'm guessing that they had one child and they had a daughter. I don't know how old she was, but old enough to do a little scribble like that. So a toddler maybe. Yeah, that's a very, very tidy, this room, for a kid's room, I have to say. A ton of building blocks in that one. Very tidy indeed. Anything in here? A pink ribbon and a little kind of pinafore. There's not much in the way of kids' clothing around here. There's a load of train set there. And there's not that much in the way of his wife's stuff either. There's a bit, but not that much, which sort of suggests that maybe possibly they left because if anything really horrible had happened, surely their stuff would all still be here. And that's a little bit creepy. It's a toy soldier, but he looks quite evil somehow. Okay, I'm not sure he's really going to advance our inquiries into what happened to us particularly well. Yeah. Why pink? Looks like someone's done a nice outline of a horse there that looks more realistic, and then possibly the artist himself, and then his daughter's filled it in kind of pink. Why pink? Because traditionally girls are supposed to like pink, I guess. There's no law, but you know, it's one of those things. Okay, well, why pink? Why the heck do you think, Mr. Artist? You've got some colour sense. Look at this room! Pretty much telling your daughter that she has to like pink. Okay, so we can't go in there, and we can't go in the room with all the blood outside the door. So we pretty much have to go back down to the basement, and through the door that leads into presumably our art room. So down we go. I've left lights on all over the shop just because I'm scared. Okay, it's actually not even the basement. There is a locked room down the basement, but I'm guessing this one. There we go. We've got the key icon. Now we can get into here, which is where we couldn't get before. And you can see there's all the paint on the door, which suggests this is... Got a clock in there as well, by the sound of it. This is our artist studio. Yeah, it's definitely much brighter than it was. Look at this, you see. This is his kind of taste in artwork, and we wonder why he went mental. Look, it's horrible. Oh, holy crap, the door just shut itself behind me. And it's locked! Oh, this is getting creepy. We're now locked in here. Does somebody want us to finish our magnum opus? I don't think I even want to look at this painting. I'm locked in my own studio. This is fairly crazy. Okay, I suppose the truth... Ooh, we're standing in broken glass again. Oh, look, there we go. There's a demon sitting on top of a fainting woman, which is lovely as well. And we've got some nice skull. Skull with still life. And this is an angel cherub being carried off by an eagle or something. Very strange. Okay, I guess we're going to have a look at... This is obviously he's had some model sitting for him, but it's all got a bit... Looks like he went doolally-tat a little while back to me. Let's just see. Okay, we have to take the cloth off. I'm not sure if I want to. A big reveal. Okay, there's a bunch of bottles in there. We know he's got a booze problem, and don't we just? Is this one full of booze as well? Yes, it is. Well, you know what? If you drink enough, this is the... Get it right this time. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is about, really. He just wants to finish his magnum opus. That is locked too. Yeah, I think all 3 bits of that are locked, so we're going to have to find... Is this full of booze too? It's full of paintbrushes. Okay, he's an artist. That is, you know, that figures. What is this on the floor? Can we look at that? No, we cannot. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I am putting it off, folks. Yes, I am, because, oh my gosh. Alright, let me just have a little look at this. Lost, you deserve it. Finish it. That's a bit odd. Looks like there's a load of words missing there, doesn't it? In fact, there is. You can just see very, very faint outline, and then there's some... words there that just kind of, yeah, that's quite strange. And then can we look in here? This must be our little painter's table. Again, some freaky shadows of... That's a tree outside the window though, but it does add to the freaky atmosphere. There is nothing in there, and nothing else. Okay, there's nothing else for it then. We're gonna have to have a look at this. I mean, how terrible could it be? Well, it's covered up for a reason. Well, it's kind of not finished, is it? In fact, it's barely started, really. Goodness knows how many attempts we've had at this thing. Given by, you know, the amount of paint thrown around the walls and stuff. So what are we supposed to do? I don't know. Can we maybe can't get out of here. Can we get out of here now? How am I supposed to paint? There must be some way of actually progressing with this painting, because that is kind of the aim of the game, really. But I don't know what or indeed how. So let's just have a bit of a look around. Oh, we've got this drawer here. There's the top ones. So many drawers in this house. Oh, here we go. There's something up there. I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. Well, yeah, this must be his wife again. We live in the same house, for God's sake. Come talk to me when you've done before you go to sleep. What, he's often talking to you after he goes to sleep? The mind boggles. Presumably so. Okay, we can't pick up any of those. So he's obviously obsessed with his work. There's nothing there we can look at. That's just some canvases, I guess, and this is some more medals and another pipe. So he might have been in a war. It may have been a war injury where he's had his leg, you know, he's had to have a prosthesis on his leg. That said, that, I don't know, is that where he's been away at war? I'm not sure, really. Okay, I have no idea what we're supposed to do with that painting. Doesn't look to me like we can do anything with it. Oh, we can open the door now. Right, get it right this time. Okay, so, I'm not sure. Oh, heck. Okay, this isn't where we came in. Ooh. Oh, crap. Holy crap. Are we going back in time or something weird? Okay, so the door locked and we're coming out and it's a totally different place. Lovely. This is great. What the heck is going to happen here? What's that? It's just some books. Okay, so the door is lit. There's an open window. Oh, stormy. Oh, and another door is locked, has shut itself, but am I locked in again? No, I'm not locked in this time, but the doors keep shutting. At least I assume they're shutting themselves. They might not be. There is not a light I can turn up on in here. There is a light up there. Where's the switch then? There should be. Here we go. Because it's a little bit dark in here, and yeah, it's not just me being scared of the dark. I am thinking about, you know, this being a video where you can actually see what's going on. Alright, so we're in a different room. So this mansion is evidently bigger than we at first thought. Well, I don't think there's anything in there. Oh, what's this? Reconnect with your partner. Oh, a bit of counselling maybe. Rebuild your relationship. Rediscover the joy of marriage. Rekindle the flame. Don't worry, you're not alone. Perfect relationships make look great on the silver screen. The rest of us mortals have to face a simple truth. Nobody's perfect. Well, that's true enough. You know what? That's fine. In fact, many lovely couples struggle with day-to-day life and relationship. It's not make them any less special. Just take some work and we're here to help. Our consultants are all trained experts in their field. Remember, it's never too late. Okay, so he was perhaps trying to do something. Or maybe she was. It's kind of difficult to tell which one of them was responsible for that. This is not necessarily just his room, is it? I mean, it's got some freaky artwork on the wall again, like the one in his study. It's raining in. And that leads to the outside. Well, it's raining, so it must do. There's something under a cloth, but I don't know what. And this is his pipe rack. So I'm guessing this must be a room of his. See, I'm not sure whether this is really their house or... Oh, holy crap. Ha! Or if it's just his imagination or a bit of both. So he's kind of trapped in his own mind. It's a house of his mind. Can I open that again? Just out of reach, it said. Well, what is just out of reach? I didn't see anything out there apart from just out of reach and some furniture out in the rain. For some reason, maybe they're waiting for the council to pick it up. I have no clue. Okay, so... here we go. This is turning into a bit of a trope. So now the door is leading us to somewhere else again. This looks kind of more pleasant apart from the random papers on the floor. This looks like it's a little bit more feminine somehow, apart from, you know, some drunkard's stuff on under the sofa there. Yeah, this looks more like it might possibly be his wife's part of the house. Oh, look. Going in circles. Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that, doesn't it? I don't honestly know where I'm going. This is his wife. I'm guessing that's his wife. And she's playing the piano. She was a musician. I'm guessing that his the violin we saw in the last episode in the basement was his wife's violin as well. And the piano that we tried to play and then the lid slammed on us. Yeah, we were playing very badly to say the truth, and it was horribly out of tune, which suggests it hadn't been played for quite a long time. Dear sir and madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Oh dear, your marital problems, while regrettable, are a private matter and should remain that way. They're certainly no concern to us, and especially our children. Well, who is saying this then? Please consider it. Not everyone's a freelance artist. Some of us have to get up early and work for a living. Ooh, we need our sleep. We must also warn you that if things continue the way they are now, we'll be forced to call the police. Sincerely, your very tired neighbours. So they obviously do have some neighbours. This might be a mansion, and it might be detached. One assumes it's detached, but they've got neighbours close enough to hear them yelling at each other, which is probably quite an impressive feat considering how very big this place actually is. They must have really been going at it. Okay. Yeah, the paintings seem to get darker and darker, don't they? Alright. Almost afraid to look, really. More aspidistras. Oh, the door has shut itself through me, I think. Okay. This is actually a really... I don't know, it's a really lovely house, but at the same time managed to be really, really creepy. There looks like there should be something between those two busts. This is yet another room of his because it's got his pipe there and we can't look at any of that. Let's just see, is there anything in there? No. You have to do a lot of opening drawers here. Oh, is there something in there? There is something in there. I can't quite settle on it. Oh, go on. Oh man, that is difficult. The cursor really does not want to go near it. Okay, I've drawn the conclusion. Actually, it's one of the other drawers we're supposed to be looking at there, isn't it? Save the date of Scritchy Scratchy. He keeps doing that when he's erasing his own name, so he obviously has a certain amount of self-hate. Request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday the 9th of June in St. Luke's Chapel at 2 in the afternoon. I think that, yeah, he's scratched them both out. So basically that's their wedding, presumably. So have we looked in that one? We have, yeah. Okay, so that was obviously, you know, their wedding, and he's kept that. But scratched out a lot of stuff. There's a lot of keepsakes, curios, and weird stuff in there. This looks like it should have a secret door, shouldn't it? A secret panel or something. That's a happy-looking chappy, isn't it? And what about this one? Well, no way of telling who these people are, really. Yeah, let's light it up. Oh! Oh, my word. Okay, so 548. 548 what? And these paintings look a bit trashed as well. And they're reflecting. I can see the glass of them reflecting too. Another hideous painting of somebody struggling while somebody does something horrible to them. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so that made me jump. But what does 548 mean? I'm going to have to remember that number. 548, just in case it's something that's, you know, significant later on. And maybe we have a code to remember, or here we are. But not even that much later. 5, 4, the other way. 4. There's some horrible noises from outside. There we go. We've opened the padlock. And now we can look in here. That's a ring.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me.
Uh-huh.
So, will you marry me?
How sweet. ownership. How very sweet of him. Okay, so that's very flattering and stuff. The past holds back. Look closer. Okay, he's definitely trapped in his own brain, isn't he? How do I look closer at that? Does it say anything on it? Doesn't look like it. This looks exactly like the ring that was upstairs in the dressing table in their bedroom. But, yeah, I wouldn't have thought there'd be two of them. Is it an engagement ring or a wedding ring? I'm not entirely sure. Look closer. At what? I dread to think. Never forget. Oh, there's a door. Ha! This is the mansion of his mind. Obviously deranged. This is his way of dealing with stuff. So I knew there was something supposed to be there, and I was right, wasn't I? There's a door. Never forget. Never forget what. Okay, we're going through an insane journey through his past here. There's a chair rocking with no one in it. Okay, and it's covered in paint, so I'm guessing it must be his chair, because why else would it be covered in paint unless he was in the habit of covering his wife with paint? Maybe that's why she left him. Hello, is anybody there? Okay, so there I was thinking this place is the kind of place that would have secret passages. We don't even need secret passages. We've got rooms that lead to rooms you've never seen before in your life. And doors that open to absolutely precisely bizarre. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird, really. Such a house has never existed. Possibly ghost trap, but... what is this? You've been snooping around my workshop again. Who? His wife. For the last time, you're not allowed in that room, even if the door happens to be open. I forbid it. It's your last warning. Next time you'll have to look for a new job. No, he's not talking to his wife there. He must be talking to, yeah, one of his employees, but I don't know what. In a big house like this, you'd expect him to have some sort of servants, or maybe he had an apprentice for his art work. I don't know. There's another rat trap there. We have seen a couple of rats. I saw some in the basement, but the pest control evidently decided that there was absolutely no rats whatsoever, so whether they were just ineffective or... Oh look, a nice stag's egg. The way things are going, it's going to really talk to me. I'm entering rooms with, you know, a little caution. I've come to the conclusion he's shutting the door behind himself, because otherwise that would be a little bit bizarre. Alright, so this is the living room, I guess. Do we have any more lights? Because it's a tad on the dark side around here. There is a light there. Where's the light switch? It's so dingy I can't actually see the light switch. You'd think it was close to the door, wouldn't you? There's also a bunch of lights on top of those bookcases. We should be able to light like that lot up, but I don't see a light switch, so that's a little bit strange. Okay, we're just going to have to soldier on then. We've got the firelight. Okay, there's cushions on the floor, pack of dominoes. It's all very homely. There's no sign of a child living around here, but maybe in those days your kid would just stay in the nursery till, you know, they were 12 or something. I've no idea. Oh my gosh. Well, hello? Where the heck am I? Have I seriously... Oh, I've gone through a trapdoor. Who the heck rigged that up? Right, now it is seriously dark, and that's after I put the gamma up. I can only assume it's supposed to be this black. I can see virtually nothing. Goodness knows if you guys can see a thing. Alright, so we fell through the floor, which is fantastic. I didn't get really a chance to see anything there. My love, even though you've not been born yet... must be his daughter he's talking to. I can feel already your presence. It's simply amazing. I just can't believe how lucky I am. A year ago, all I had was talent and ambition. Now, against all odds, I have a career, a loving husband. Oh, this is the wife. I've never been a deeply religious person. I guess what other people look for in a sermon, I found perfecting my art. Now I can't help but feel like there's a higher power watching over me. Oh, she found religion, did she? They once told me that I would never succeed as a musician. Now I'm playing sold-out concerts at some of the most prestigious venues in the country. So she really was quite well known then. They also said I had difficult character and I would never find a soulmate. Well, you found a difficult one, possibly. Guess again. Finally, a doctor once told me I'd never be able to have children, and yet here you are within me. I'm possibly the happiest woman in the world. It was never going to last, was it? So we've got just about, I can see in the dark, a lot of paintings just kind of... Oh, no, I don't think anything happened there. I think it's just lagging a little bit, or my mouse is messing about or something. I don't know. There's a big... Looks like one of the Dutch masters there, but I'm not entirely sure. And this room is completely... trashed. Look at this. It's, I don't know what's happened. This is in the basement somewhere, I guess. There's some pretty horrible artwork around here. This is the basement, but it's not the basement that we came up to before. Let's just turn on the light. I don't recognise. Oh my gosh. What the heck? What's going on? Have you just changed stuff again? No, you're just... He's following me. This guy is... He was over here before. And now suddenly he's in my face and doing weird stuff. Why? What's your problem, dude? You were over there a second ago. Why am I being followed by a painting? Am I supposed to... That is not my magnum opus. I'm not trying to paint that, I don't think. But... I don't know. Maybe this is going to make sense eventually. You staying there now? Yes, you staying there? Okay, right. Playing games with a portrait. Okay, this is going upstairs, but not getting any less creepy. What do we have here? We have a... This is definitely secret passage time, isn't it? We have a little lever there, which I can't pull down for some reason. And that has opened a secret panel which leads into here. Oh gosh. Things have changed. Well, yeah. Look at this dude. Who is this guy? He's now looking at me and he wasn't before. And we have the doll that was there is now on top of the stag's head. And the stag's head's covered in paint. So evidently we just cover the entire house in paint gradually. And stuff changes behind my back or indeed in front of my face. Okay, I don't really want to look at this guy because he'll just like do something weird again. I didn't even get a chance to look in here before, I don't think, because I didn't get this far. I'm sure I'm going to see very much to my advantage this time. We're looking for keys if we can find any, because there's a couple of locked doors, although goodness knows we're finding plenty of places without keys. Nothing there. Just by dint of, you know, walking through doors that were shut behind us a second ago. Alright, so that... Yeah, the firelight is nice and cheery, but, you know, other things not so much. And that is now shutting itself, which is part of the course around here. Kind of getting used to that. I don't think there's... Oh, we can look at this. We can just twizzle this, can we? I don't suppose it's North Atlantic Ocean was where it was. I don't suppose that's particularly significant, but who knows. Okay, so there's something glitching out there, but I think that is a glitch rather than part of the game. I've noticed that with a couple of things that change, they then kind of bug out ever so slightly after they've changed. You can see the bit of the... Yeah, so that's not much mystery there, I don't think. Okay, nothing else in here has changed. That's fine. I don't know what it is with the dolls. This house contains some of the creepiest dolls I have ever seen in my life ever, I think. Okay, so we're going to see what is through this door this time. That is as far as that door is going, folks. Oh no, there we go. And a creepy, creepy sting. I'm not liking that. There's a broken panel at the bottom of the wall. There's some seriously messed up looking portraiture that looks like double negatives from old photography, pre-digital, where you take 2 pictures at once. I don't know what that is down there. And this is the kind of thing where you see this hallway and you just expect the lights to go out one by one behind you or something. Ah! Or something like that to happen. What is that? It's just sort of black crap. Paint deep lies. Now, what does that mean? I can hear some weird noises as well. That could be read in different ways. Paint deep lies. So the paint lies deep, or do you lie deeply? I don't know. What is this?
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that.
This is why.
Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
We assume so. We assume it's his wife. Don't we? Really? Because if it's not, you know, he's perving over some of his models, which is not so great. So we've got some slightly mixed masters here with that. Okay, take a deep breath and see where this leads us. Yet another room. This mansion is too big to be true, quite frankly. It is way too big to be true. There's no way on earth that it could be this large. He's just reinventing it constantly in his mind. It's like a procedurally generated house. He likes to throw his books around the place, doesn't he? No respect for great literature at all. You'd expect better of an artist, really, but he did have a serious drink problem. As we can see, more smash bottles. A statue of some military person. So there may be some military history somewhere, but we haven't really found any evidence for that. And this place looks like there's been something of a struggle in here. Oh, rat. Oh, rat just ran into the fire. Well, why would they do that? It's a little unlikely, isn't it? Yeah, someone's literally kicked the bucket, and that one's just run into the fire as well. The heck? This is pretty horrible. And that bust is pretty horrible as well. Looks like enough to give you nightmares. It's heart trashed, but in a pretty horrible, hideous way. And then we have, yeah, there's a chest there, but we can't access it. And there's another rat just running to the fire too. I think those rats are directing our attention to the fire, aren't they? And this portrait above it. But Murillo sepsum depingens profilorium votis appreciabus explendis. I don't do Latin. I don't know what that means. But this seems like an appropriate place to finish, guys, because it's late enough. It's been a long enough episode. And quite frankly, I'm not quite sure what comes next, and I'm slightly scared for what comes next. But I can only hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, do the usual thing. Hit that like button, and also, if you've played this game, let me know what you think. No spoilers, but just give me your opinions. Yeah. And I'm sure... yeah, I'm probably missing stuff, but, you know, I'm trying to be fairly thorough without kind of going over the same ground a million times. But it seems to me that that is the last thing we're doing. We're going over totally different grounds. Every single room we enter is something we've never seen before, which is freaky, but at the same time, oddly compelling. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It's a different experience, but it's only going to get weird from here on in, I feel. So guys, until the next episode, I do hope you'll join me for that. Keep gaming, stay happy, and stay safe. Bye bye for now.